Doom, doom, doom. Good evening. Y'all come on in here, dribblers. Let's kick it. Kickit. Got some fresh colorways here. This is gonna be dope. Shh. Come in here, man. Please, this shit is getting overwhelming. We got a few things that we need to talk about. Hope y'all enjoyed my interview with Booger Smith. It's raising a lot of eyebrows. A lot of people upset by some of the things he said. Maybe they are right in their feelings about it, but hey, you know what happens once the cameras start rolling and shit. Good evening, though. Subscribe to the channel as y'all come in here. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. The top bell. Got it? Yizzo. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, Gully TV 1. Instagram at @IamGullyTV_. Visit the website. TheRealDribble.com, man. Make sure you go get you an autographed copy of this book. It's crack. A lot of things going on that's bringing this book back to life. That's why I'm giving y'all the heads up. What up? He said, what's up? We have to talk. I brought y'all here to talk. We got to talk, man. Yo, first off, what's up with TikTok? I'm asking y'all that first because this is leading up to something else. But what's up with TikTok in the United States? Is they like, oh, Chris Martin, that's what's up. I hope you enjoy it and enjoy your PA knit too. Make sure you post a picture if you can for me. Hashtag it. PA knit. He said you should interview black NHL enforcers. That's a good idea. It's funny you said that. I went to my first hockey game like last year. And a lot of hockey players, they from Canada. The lone nigga that was on the team, he was running around doing the enforcing and shit. Boom. He said, yo, champ, you got Bambaata's boyfriend working out. Good for him. TikTok trolling the United States. What's their beef? What's the U.S. beef with TikTok that they about to kick it out the U.S.? I'm glad they're kicking it out. I am. I'm glad they're kicking that shit out, man. It's too much going on with these cameras, yo. That's what I brought y'all here to talk about. These cameras, I seen a post last week that said they need to stop selling podcast equipment. I 100% agree. The podcast, the terminology is too rampant. It come out of too many people's mouth. Too many people just jumping in front of these fucking cameras, man. Like, I'm looking at chicks that were squares in school or that was raised, you know, when you know somebody, you know their upbringing, their parents and shit like that. Some people they just wasn't raised to be showing their ass and shit like that. And when you see it, man, it's just like, man, what the fuck, man? Like, everybody is hopping in front of these fucking cameras, man, acting a fool. He said, I as well, without the proper credentials, everybody should not be allowed. Everybody should not be allowed to have a podcast. It's bad, man. It's bad. It's really, really bad, man. Like, you see, when you open up your apps or whatever app you on, there's people giving out bad advice, bad opinionated advice. I aspire to be perfect. I might not be perfect. I'm getting better. I'm trying to get my dribble right. It's too much fucking shit going on it's too much shit. He said YouTube is next to go. I don't know about that. I've been to the YouTube compound in California. That's a big deal. Anything that's protected like that, YouTube and the YouTube compound is like has security and shit, like it's protected, like it's some, like it's gold there, like it's Fort Knox. So that's a big corporate machine. I don't know about YouTube, but the shit that I'm seeing, man, it has to be. I'm just thinking, man, maybe this is the new, you know how they try to destroy us with crack? You know how to, crack, it infiltrated all of the, the neighborhoods, the ghettos of Black America and shit. And of course, there was a motive behind it. I believe I believe these cameras, man. I believe they got a plan for niggas with these cameras. For real, it's a lot of divisive shit going on. A lot of bad information going out, man. Everybody shouldn't get the mic. Everybody shouldn't get the mic, man. You got people who is not very bright, not very educated in school, no education, probably mental health situations and shit like that. And they getting in front of these fucking cameras, man. Right before I got on here, I had to go check something out, man. Somebody was ordering something from me, and I opened up Facebook just for a couple of minutes. I was looking for somebody, right? And I seen this chick, man, that I grew up with and shit. And she's at the gym and she's shaking her ass in front of the camera for no reason. She damn near 50 years old. I'm like, man, what the fuck, man? Like, it's... The classy diva is under attack. The classy diva is under attack, man. They probably gonna be like rare unicorns in a minute. My man said the relationship is done. I was involved with this chick, right? And she had a thing where she was always listening to those videos and shit of someone giving relationship advice. I'm talking about a lot, you know what I'm saying? We would be alone and shit. So it's quiet in the room and shit, and you would just hear one after another. It was like she was like scrolling, just giving her ear to anybody, and she taking in this information and shit, this toxic ass information. She just taking it all in, man, and eventually you're gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to confront that. You're gonna be confronted by her distorted view on things, man, based on shit that she's taking in from this TikTok and Instagram and shit like that. And I was saying to her, I'm like, yo, why is you listening to that nigga and shit? Like, why is you listening to that? Like, do you even know who the fuck that is and shit? Like, when someone has a lot of a following, that don't make their information correct. That don't make them legitimate or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, I'm just watching her listen to this shit, just take this shit in and shit. And me, in real life, I don't talk a lot. People will tell you that. It kind of bothers. It used to bother the fuck out of my mom. And some chicks I've dealt with, it bothered them. But my mom would say, like, you just like your pops and shit. Like, you don't fucking talk and shit. Like, and I be more so observing. That's just me. I'm the type of person to speak when I'm spoken to. Like, I'm not gonna be the loud one in the room. That just ain't me. I'm not gonna be the talkative one in the room. That's just not me. It ain't me. Especially if I don't know you. And people that know me, they kind of understand this about me, but I'm watching this shit that's going on with these cameras and shit, and it's really, really, really bad, yo. It's really, really bad to the point, I was listening to some information where someone was saying that a lot of the migrants who have came to the United States, it's a problem. You see it on the internet. You see it on the news. A lot of immigrants, they come into the United States. They might be here to do jobs that United States citizens no longer pursue. Roofing, masonry, I don't know, bricklaying, cement, you know what I'm saying? All of these different blue collar jobs and shit. Somebody got to do that shit. Somebody has to build houses. Somebody has to do construction and shit like that. And a lot of people are just casting aside their trades or knowledge of trades or anything to come to this fucking internet and be in front of a camera. And the word podcast, let me clarify something. Podcast is audio. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I know we got broke up. Can y'all hear me? Gotta make sure y'all hear me. If y'all can't hear me, I'm gonna start it over because I gotta get this shit off. You can hear me? All right. Yeah, a lot of people not doing these manual labor and shit like that. People don't see no glory in doing shit like that. People want to be online. Everybody got a mic. A lot of people who are pursuing this trade, they're not leaders. You wasn't the quarterback on the football team. You was on the line. Like, you wasn't the point guard on the basketball team. You was on the bench. And all of these people are jumping into this role in front of these microphones. I believe if you choose to do this, you should have some qualities about you that people might follow or might be attracted to. Namely, being a leader or something like that. Namely, being intelligent. You dig? Mainly being intelligent. My man is in California. I haven't seen one black person on a road construction site. I'm flabbergasted about what I'm seeing and shit. Like, people will say this shit in front of me and forget that I'm in the room and shit. Like, start talking about, you know, the podcasting and shit like that. And I be saying to myself, ain't nobody gonna follow you, man. Nobody's gonna follow you, man. Like, why is your mind even here? Let me clarify something, right? Boom. Before I was Gully TV Online, I was Gully TV Dvd. Look at that, Mano. That's old Mano on there. Mano forgot that he was on my fucking DVD when he got on here and got the bad mouth me and shit. Look at Papoose, another creep. But I'm just saying, before all of this happened, that's me right there. I was already in media. Before that, I was a communications major in college. I was fucking with cameras and going to the college radio station in college and shit, right? It's something that interests me back then. Another one of my DVDs and shit. One of my early joints. Right? That shit is from 2004, 2005, 6, 2007. Like, let's say 16, 17 years ago. You know what I mean? Long time ago. And people will come to the net and see someone like me and say, oh, I want to jump in and shit. And, you know, I want to do that. Man, I've been at this shit for 20 years. It took me 20 years to develop. And, you know, I've often said I'm trying to get my dribble right. It took me 20 years. 20 years. A lot of leg work. You know what I'm saying? To get to this point. And you got people who think in their mind that they can drop their 9 to 5, drop their trade, drop whatever it was that they were good at to get in this business. It's laughable. It's laughable. We need somebody in the audience. We need somebody in the audience. That's like me deciding that I'm gonna rap. I wanna rap now. It just don't make any sense. Like, everybody, people need to know their role. The girls, I'm watching the female pool just get swallowed up, man. In a minute, it was a time, we had a term where we said church girls. You know, she a church girl, some shit like that. These were chicks that were like modest and shit like that, probably clean cut, educated. listen to Yolanda Adams. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're evaporating. They're evaporating. They are evaporating, man. In a minute, you just can't tell me, man, that this shit ain't affecting chicks like bad. You feel me? Like, you just can't tell me that. I believe every chick got, 3-4 niggas and shit, man. 3-4 options and shit like that. And she probably entertained all of them and shit. This is a tough cookie, man. This is the way it's crumbling and shit. Everybody shakes their ass. Like, everybody shakes their ass, man. Like, everybody. Chicks ratchet, shake their ass, man. Like, you have to tell a chick, like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll get lost in shit, man. Like, I guess it's all the scrolling and shit, man. It can just, like the Matrix, you think you're a part of the show and shit. You know what I'm saying? He said, that's why most of the jobs are going to Hispanics, because we are trying to find the fast buck. That's just my respectful observation. This is true. Clarissa, I ain't gonna repeat that. He said it's by design. I believe it's by design. You know what I'm saying? Because if you corrupt the parents, if you corrupt the adults, then the offspring, the kids, gonna be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you corrupt black women, they're gonna produce whores. They're gonna produce little Jezebels, little whores, little tramps and shit like that. You feel me? That's what I see. I ain't gonna repeat that. Rochester niggas need to get their work ethic together. I'm starting to understand why Spesh said a lot of the things that he said and shit. Like, that might, everything that y'all seen happen recently, that might be just a bunch of local niggas that ain't going nowhere, because I'm paying attention. I'm tuned in now. I live behind a camera. But he said the mission has always been to break our structure down. They using this online shit, this internet shit. I just seen a squeaky clean square girl turn around and shake her whole ass out of camera. I know her grandmother. I know her mom. I knew this girl in school. She left. She graduated and went off to college and shit like that. I'm talking about, I was like, wow. I'm like, wow. Like, this is crazy as hell, man. I'm like, God damn. Like, if they breaking the chicks that was raised right, the chicks who wasn't raised right, they're breaking the chicks that was raised right, man. Like, they forgetting everything that they mama told them. They forgetting everything that they learned in church. Like, shout out to MGT, Muslim Girls Training from the Nation of Islam. That without things like MGT and shit, I must say this too. You probably ain't gonna see no sorority chicks acting up, doing that shit. You probably not gonna see no deltas shaking their ass at the camera. They might shake their ass behind closed doors when they're amongst each other and shit like that, but you probably ain't gonna see no deltas, no zetas, none of that participating in this whoredom on camera, because they have a reputation to protect. You feel me? They part of a larger body and shit. You might get excommunicated for doing some shit like that. There's women who've been a part of them organizations since people were modest and classy and good looking. Like, they still show up. I just was at the Deltas was just in my hotel in Oakland, and you see 60, 70-year-old, 80-year-old Deltas and shit, you know what I'm saying, who got their shit together. They ladies, they come from a different era when modesty was more so pronounced. Now, he said, attention is the new root of evil. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Let me tell you something, right? Y'all not gonna believe this. I've never, ever, ever been live on Facebook. And I'm Gully TV. I probably could get something out of it. I probably could sell something. I probably can do something. I just never, ever went live on Facebook. I never got the inclination to do it. I just never did it. Facebook is a cesspool, yo. Like, it's really, really bad. It seems our people run from powerful structure. He said all them deltas pulling up in Benz trucks and shit. Grown females showing all their body on TikTok. This how you know it's bad, right? This how you know it's bad. This is concrete evidence. Y'all ready for this? Listen. There was a time when white women who probably had a little bit more hips than, you know, most, or probably had a little bit more ass than most, or maybe was even obese. In their world, she's obese. You feel me? You go, you come to social media, man, they be having 250,000 followers, man, shaking their ass, white chicks shaking their ass, man, like, everybody, old ones, like, you see this shit, you like, damn. Now, that ain't white people shit, what you doing right there, because I was in college with white boys. They didn't fuck with chicks, white chicks with ass and shit like that, like, any types of curve, they don't like that shit. They didn't like that shit. You feel me? These white girls done figured out, oh, niggas like this big fat jelly ass. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like this shit. I'll be damned. And they just coming out the woodwork like, it's probably, they're gaining. They're catching up. They're catching up. They're catching up. It's probably as many middle-aged, 40-year-old white women shaking their ass, walking around in their panties and shit like, 20 years ago, you wouldn't have seen no chick online, not unless she was Buffy the Body, or when Little Kim did that photo shoot back in the day, that shit was shocking to people and shit. The hardcore. I don't know if I got it. That hardcore shit, that shit was like shocking to people. Now, they get naked like it ain't nothing, man. Like, even chicks that ain't even bad, like, and they might not even have a body. They've mastered the art of angles. They'll turn their ass, they'll turn a certain way and get the contorting themselves, and it look like something, but it ain't really that. Chicks, everybody not a BBW, too. Let's clarify this. A BBW, there's a limit. There's a limit. There's a window. The BBW shit is probably 200 to 230 or some shit like that, you know. When you get to getting 400 pounders and shit like that on the internet and they panties and shit like that, like, this is bad. This shit is bad, man. Like, you see, like, big sloppy cottage cheese joints, man, like, online, no shame, in algorithms, in their panties. He said, that's obese. No, that's fat. That's fat, bitch. You need to go to the fucking gym. Like, you need to go the big punch shit could happen to you. It could happen to you. He said, Lizzo, oh no, this bitch is way bigger than Lizzo online now. Way bigger. Way bigger. Lizzo probably can almost qualify for a legitimate, you know, in the BBW bracket. She might be a little bigger, but this chick's way bigger than that. It's a rapper from, I believe, Detroit. This girl's so big, she can't even really stand up. I forget her name. And she be talking pussy raps and shit like that. And you just say, homegirl, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Like, you're gonna die. You're going to die. You feel me? Like, you not taking this shit serious. Like, you are huge. You're gonna have respiratory problems. Like, you need to, what the fuck is going on, man? And that, he said weight loss pill. Weight loss pills don't fucking work. That fucking, what's the other one? What's that shit they be rapping? The waist trainers. That shit don't work. Who the fuck told them that shit worked? That shit not gonna change your fat ass body. You gotta work out. You gotta go to the gym. You gotta alter your diet and shit. Like, you bugging. Like, and this is like some shit that's normal. But let me get back to my, my original dialogue, right? It's too many people, man, in front of microphones, man. It's fucking up the world. It's fucking up the world, man. Girls be listening to relationship advice from bitches that don't got no man. From bitches that was raised in single parent homes and shit, don't know they daddy and shit. Like, I'm talking about damaged goods, man. Like, and you, bitches, you really sitting here listening to that shit? Like, you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to deal with that shit vicariously through your broad, because she's been online listening to a bunch of motherfucking perversion. And they be listening to multiple motherfuckers. Like, it started out with, let's say this, right? It started out with people like Nino Brown, failed rapper. The nigga be wearing them crowns. Grapes! He's already been proven to be not thorough. But every day it's a new nigga, man, and they get dressed up. They get dressed up, man. They put on their little chain, little shades and shit. Put on whatever they think this fly make them look like something and shit. And they get in front of the camera, and this is how you know that they're not who they say they are, because they have to dress up to do it. They gotta dress up to do it. They gotta put on a fucking costume to do it. They can't convince nobody or win anybody over with natural charisma. They cannot do it. They have to do a whole bunch of, they have to put on a fucking spectacle or some shit. You know what I'm saying? They have to do a bunch of extra shit, like, man, a bunch of jewelry or in a rented Rolls Royce. Just, yeah, in character, because it's not real. That's not who they are. Therefore, they should be removed from the cipher, man, because these motherfuckers is destroying shit. For real, destroying shit, man. Like, if you're not headstrong, you probably can be influenced by some shit you've heard online. The extent of my influence is fitness. I'll listen to a motherfucker's fitness information because I can determine whether or not that's going to be effective. I can go try it. Some of the holistic shit, I believe that those people come with, they good natured. They have good intentions. But you have people coming to this shit thinking that there's a payoff involved, thinking that there's going to be some money at the end of this shit. And a person who's corrupted by money can't be trusted. They're not going to give you authenticity. They're going to do anything they can to get some fucking money. Straight up. Straight up. He said only a few that is thorough and that is real unique. Yes. You're only going to find a handful. Mostly elders. If you want to listen to some game, that's what they call it. It probably should be somebody who done lived twice your lifetime. Meaning, if you're 30 years old, you might want to listen to a motherfucker who's 60. You feel me? Because they done lived your life before and shit. You might get some authentic information from them. Anything in between, these motherfuckers are still figuring out life and shit like that. They shouldn't be telling a motherfucker how to live or what's thorough to do. It's just bad. It's bad. This shit has got really, really, really fucking bad. And like I said, I live behind a he said too much panhandling on YouTube now. It's a magnet for bums. Bum niggas. It's a magnet for bum niggas. Straight up. Bum bitches too. Bum bitches too. Giving out bad advice. And you can see the perversion. They got what they say? They got a video out right now. Some chicks talking about sucking dick. It's like 6 or 7 of them and shit. Like, I'm a dick sucker. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm a dick sucker. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Somebody is listening to this shit. Little young girls is listening to this shit. There's no censorship. There ain't no censorship. It ain't. Like, this shit is getting the fuck around. Like, it is. He said, you got a point. Look into the Vlad versus Aiden Roth beef. I don't even know who that is. People on Instagram promoting their credit repair crap, trying to make money. He said, that's why I asked you, who do you subscribe to out of the conscious community? I don't know what the conscious community is. My consciousness is up here on these bookshelves somewhere and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go up here and grab 4 or 5. Consciousness. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You feel me? They've often said, if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it where? In one of these. You feel me? And a lot of these people are not reading books before they come online and start spewing they poison. You dig? So, nah, I don't have nobody that I'm following out the conscious community. Like, who the fuck is, who is the conscious community? I don't know. Please tell me who is the conscious community, because the last few motherfuckers who I done seen come here talk about they conscious or part of the conscious community, they go to fucking prison and shit. They go to fucking jail. I liked it, and I said it on this channel. I liked it, some of the things that Brother Polite said. Man, all of these niggas are scammers. They're using religion to scam. They're using consciousness to scam people. Bishop Whitehead, the nigga, he was a preacher. Nigga was fresh out of Sing Sing some fucking where. Came home with that idea, and he's on his way back to fucking prison. You feel me? Straight like that. But you ask me, who do I listen to? I don't listen to no fucking body and shit. Not online or not nobody I just met. Like, I can converse with some veterans, but just look at how some of these older niggas, even some of these older niggas carry it. You feel me? Straight up, like, their conduct. You just pay attention, man. Fuck what a motherfucker say out their mouth. You got 2 eyes and 2 ears for a reason. Take observation, and you will see what the fuck is going on. Period. He said, Brother Polite was freaky. The new elders 40 years from now will be lost, and it's starting now. In life, a lot of times you might have to take the message and leave the messenger. I've heard that before. But you still have to be mindful who the fuck you listening to. Straight like that. Like, you don't want to... This is bad, man. This is bad, man. The internet turning regular modest chicks to whores and strippers and shit like that. Like, everybody shaking their ass and shit. And then they get mad when a motherfucker in their inbox or motherfucker proposition them or something. Bitch, is that for sale? You've been shaking that in my face all week long. Is you trying to sell that? You know what I'm saying? Then they, like, bitch, you acting like a whore, like you gonna attract perversion. He said, like, B Stinger need to retire from YouTube. You shouldn't listen to nobody like B Stinger. I think he got some mental issues. Not only that, he was molested. He probably was legitimately molested. If you pay attention to him and Hassan Campbell, their approach is 2 different things. One seems to be visually vulnerable, or someone that probably could be taken advantage of. The other nigga, that nigga's a freak. Nigga's a freak. He is. Like, people be in the comments talking about, yeah, that's crazy, y'all laughing at child molestation. Niggas 16, 17, 15 from the projects and shit, they not in the room with a motherfucker jacking off with a bunch of dudes and shit like that. Like, anybody that took part of that was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And then homeboy ended up going and take pictures with his, you know, the motherfucker posted, you know, fucked him or whatever. So, you know, you can't believe it. You can't believe it. He flagged the fuck out of my channel. I put a 30-minute clip on here. He went and told the chick who filmed that documentary with Hassan, where he was talking about getting lost and turned out on his way to the store. That song sounds a lot, the shit that he said sounds a whole lot like the song Olivia. But anyway, the chick that filmed that, her name is Lisa something, because when I got flagged, her name was there and shit. Like, I got a copyright strike right now. about some Hassan shit. And then he went to Instagram and got some shit struck from my IG page. Fam, the word is out. Like, you can't suppress what the fuck is going on. Like, that shit is everywhere. So you flagging what I said and shit like that, that ain't gonna keep the shit a secret. Like, it's just showing that the shit that happened over here, it's affecting you. It fucks with you and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you can't keep it a secret. If you wanted to keep it a secret, you would stage your ass away from these goddamn cameras. And that gets back to my initial conversation that these fucking cameras, is fucking up society. It's the new crack cocaine epidemic. It is. Don't motherfuckers go to jail from this shit? Don't motherfuckers go to jail from this shit? Don't motherfuckers go to jail from this shit? Just like crack. Don't motherfuckers end up going to war and shit like that about this shit? Just like crack. Don't motherfuckers kill and shit about shit that went on here? Just like the fucking crack game and shit. They figured it out. They some slick motherfuckers. They some slick diabolical motherfuckers, right? They'll just sit around and they'll just brainstorm and they just figure, how can we ruin these niggas, man? Like, they keep shaking it off. Like, you know, slavery didn't do it. The Jim Crow shit didn't do it. Heroin didn't do it. Crack didn't do it. They got fentanyl. Motherfuckers know that that'll kill you, so that shit's gonna be done and over with in a minute. They came up with the fucking internet. This way, we don't just have to attack the adults. We can fuck the kids up too. This is it. This is it. Jail. Niggas in jail. In jail shaking their ass. In jail shaking their ass. Casanova was doing it. Casanova was in the county jail still shaking his ass, participating in these challenges and shit. How the fuck you in jail? Motherfuckers, you just don't want to keep that type of shit a secret. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you was in jail, your family knew about it, and you know, your close friends, and that was it. You didn't broadcast to the world, future employers, future girlfriends, that you in fucking prison. Bitch be done seen you online in prison before she even meets you in real life. Bitch run into you when you get out of jail like, man, I know who you is. You was in Angola. You just got out of Angola. Straight up. Because they be in front of these fucking cameras. He said crack babies have grown up. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that a lot of the drill rap generation, them definitely was crack babies. The drill rap, the kids that's performing that, they definitely, if their parents was getting high, they was smoking a pipe. They put out damaged ass kids and shit, and that's what you see right here, right now and shit. You know what I'm saying? He said public is the new privacy. People need to probably leave this shit to the professionals. It's like motherfuckers learned a new word. Podcast. You know how often I hear that word? You know how often I hear that word? People tell me, yo, I seen your podcast. You can't see a podcast. You seen me on video. You probably seen me on YouTube, or you probably seen me on Tubi or some shit like that. But you can't see a podcast unless they got the camera in front of the niggas recording it, you know what I'm saying? And that's some people, that's the case. They're actually recording it and they just have the camera sitting there filming it and shit. You know what I'm saying? He said, why do you think Africa is so separated? The black ain't allowed to be on top. People coming from other countries got different morals and shit than Americans. For real. They got different morals than Americans. Americans is bugging, yo. It ain't everybody. And you probably got some people from Africa and shit like that that's acting a fool and shit. But a lot of them African chicks, they ain't got to turn around for you to see their ass. You can see it from the front. If you really got ass, you ain't got to do all that shit. You ain't got to turn your entire body around and bend over and all that shit. If you really got ass, a lot of these bitches is imposters and shit. You dig? There's no originality. These bitches even got the same figure, going to the same doctor. Like, We wants to see various asses and shit. Size 6s, 10, 12, 11, 12, 13. Everybody's in double figures now. My man, Captain J. Murphy, said, I know that I don't like you. You can eat a dick, an entire dick. I have to often tell people that. Now, let me get your ignorant, jealous ass up out of here because I attract niggas like you. You know what I'm saying? It's my winning spirit. It's my winning spirit. Someone like me will only anger and affect losers and shit. You know what I'm saying? When I step to this camera, I just be being Jamil in my own glory and shit like that. And you have motherfuckers to be disturbed. I don't like him. The fuck is you talking about? I don't even fucking know you, sick motherfucker. That's some John Lennon shit. What's the dude? Andrew Cunanan ass nigga. Some Andrew Cunanan shit. Straight up. Don't kick these niggas out, man, because you just kicking them out temporary. I'm kicking them out forever. I don't want to deal with these niggas, period, and shit. All this twerking came from the Caribbean culture. Nah, they doing some different shit. They doing some different shit. These bitches is bugging, yo. These bitches is bugging. Straight up. This ain't no culture thing. Nothing like that. And if that's the case, why out of all of the things that makes us culturally dynamic, they're not picking up recipes. They're not picking up anything that's constructed. The only thing that they picking up is shaking their ass. That's the only custom that they are attracted to. It don't make no sense. It's a bunch of strange motherfuckers in here, yo. I ain't got no problem kicking y'all the fuck up out of here. Moderators, do your job, man. Do your fucking job, man. Get these goofy motherfuckers up out of here. I don't want them here, period. You know why? I ain't got no problem kicking you out because I'm not here begging your ass for no goddamn cash app. I'm not in here saying donate to the channel, finance this war. All of that is bum shit. Go fund me. All of that is bum shit. You don't get that here. But I will kick your ass out. Man, I don't know what I did to get blocked on IG, but would appreciate it if you unblock me, Creek Legend. I'll go in there and look for you. A lot of people, y'all got to be careful what y'all say about the Nation of Islam. I don't give a fuck. I say shit about them. They've been in my life since I was a kid. Shit that they've done has affected me and my family. So if I say something critical about them, motherfuckers gotta eat that. You dig? But y'all can't say shit. Y'all can't say shit. I can talk about the murder of Malcolm X and this and that, and, say, I ain't gonna do nothing overtly or never say anything overtly disrespectful about the minister or nothing like that. But y'all 100% can't. It ain't gonna happen. If you even think it, I ain't gonna say nothing to you. I'm just gonna kick you the fuck. You're gonna be blocked. Period. Straight up. He said, Gully, why do people that don't like you type you on their channel? They ain't got nothing else to watch. I got the dope shit. Niggas gotta come here and deal with this. I got the dope shit. And not only that, it's free. This shit here is free. The rest of these niggas, you go there, you know that they're gonna beg you. They're gonna beg you. They're gonna post their cash app. They're gonna ask for donations, and all of that shit is dead. All of that shit is dead. At any point when someone who professes to be a professional asks you for money, you know that they ain't a professional. Fucking beggar. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, go to my website, man. Get you a copy of this dope-ass book. Some things I've been through. Chronicle my dealings with a lot of the notorious black gangsters and drug kingpins. Who is that right there? That's Dr. Wesley Muhammad from the Nation of Islam and shit. Chaz Williams. Chaz was a part of the Fruit. But you'll get my interactions with all of them guys, even out the late Alpo Martinez. He said, Cash App on a paper plate. These niggas don't care about no fucking kids, yo. They don't. These these niggas is the fuck tripping, man. No fucking morals, man. A man that will beg, he's not a man. You know what I'm saying? Moderators, get these niggas the fuck out of here. He said, my godparents was from the Nation of Islam. I was raised around it, never converted, though. Do you know Chef G? No, I don't. Big City Crime TV narration is always bone chilling. That's my man, Alan Evans. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. That's one of my partners online. Big City Crime TV. He got the dope content. He said they would get on here and beg every day like Scheme Team. I don't understand it. Especially cats from New York. It's 8 million, almost 9 million people in New York. You mean you can't sell nothing to 9 million motherfucking people? You mean you can't get $1 out of 9 motherfucking million people? That's just obscene. That's absurd. Like that it makes no sense. You mean to tell me out of 9 million prospective licks, you can't get no paper out of 10, 20, 50, 100? Like, the math ain't mathing. Straight up. He said, how would a 30-year-old Gully move in 2024? Man, I was getting money when I was 30, man. Ain't much change. And anyway, when I was 30, I think I was already, like, fucking with media and shit like that. Did you interview Chaz Williams? Yes, I did. He said because they lying about their past is proof. That is proof. That is proof. That is proof. That's proof. If a nigga start begging and shit like that, you know that he's not a hustler and he was never a hustler. Straight up, because it don't go like that. That just don't sit well with a hustler spirit and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you a go-getter, it just don't add up. No matter how you put it, period. I like that last piece you posted from Big City Crime. That wasn't from Big City Crime. He did the narration. That was from me. You know what I'm saying? We collaborate on a few, but that when you see blackness, when you see shit like the Deacons of Defense, that's me. That's me. You feel me? Me. I'm the one that's black as a motherfucker. You remember what happened when Blue Boy was disrespecting Larry Davis? I'm the only black man in the United States said anything. I'm the only black man that was offended. He was talking about Larry was on the ground squirming like a roach and shit like that. I'm the only one that was offended. And not only that, there was a bunch of weak-ass black men calling me, trying to convince me that Larry Davis is not who I assume, appreciate him as. You know what I'm saying? That shit that he did was revolutionary. He let that thing go and he lived. You know what I'm saying? A person can't tell me, oh, well, the real niggas didn't fuck with him when he was up north. The niggas that you consider to be real and I consider to be real, two different things and shit. Oh. Make sure y'all go to paidwear.com. I was supposed to have a hoodie on right now, but I got something for him and shit. Paidwear.com and get some of that merch from Jerron Hammond. Good evening, everybody. About to break fast in a minute. I think this is day 4 of Ramadan. Shout out to everybody who's participating. If you overweight, if you got any ailments, colds, you want to rid poison from your body, you should try fasting right now. It's probably easier to fast on a lot of other people when it's a collective. You know what I'm saying? Doing it on your own and shit like that, that's probably a little bit difficult for people who don't have no discipline. But right now, hey, he said they get mad when you don't send a Cash App or Super Chat. Start unfollowing them. That's what I would do and shit. He said Philly looking bad right now. kind of being manipulated by DJ Academics, but everything that you seeing, I didn't know that was Boy Back's son, Pound Side Pop. Everything that you was seeing was fueled by this. I guess it's a federal case or some type of paperwork somewhere that mentioned a rapper from Philadelphia doing a do with Diddy. So that's why it's up like that. That's enough fuel. My man said East Oakland got love for Gully TV. No, they don't. Them niggas bipped the shit out of me when I was out there. Hey, yo. I was not spared of the bip. I was not spared of the bip. Straight up. He said, I seen Skin go on a rant for not getting donations. He's an entitled beggar. Yeah. Entitled beggar. Let me get you up out of here, John Johnson, whatever your name is. Yeah, man, don't waste no time getting these goofy niggas up out of here. I think it's a shame that it's getting like this, but I'm speaking about it right now. The deterioration is being fueled by these fucking cameras. Everybody got one, even the slow niggas. There's people that was slow. There's people that was socially and emotionally disturbed. There's niggas that can't read online, getting in front of cameras, talking, opinionated. You know what I'm saying? Gene Deal said he clowned Biggie about his contract that he saw in Puff case. I want to know if Gene went back and snitched on big $60 million contract to Puff. He said, people being entitled and broken. He said, some dudes just can't do it. Niggas need to fall back. I'm going to tell you what was some guy's problem. When Queens Flip interviewed them blood niggas on the couch, that brought a lot of bum niggas out. And most of them didn't, it's been some years, like 3-4 years. Most of them niggas that went on about their business. There's some niggas that's trying to still be here and relive them days of when them blood stories was hot. Niggas they think that it's coming back. It ain't coming back, man. That was just a little window, maybe a year, 18 months. Y'all was able to run them Riker stories into the ground and shit like that, but it's over, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have flipped that little bread y'all was getting, man, for them little 18 months, 2 years and shit. Y'all probably could have figured something out, but it is over. It is. It's over. He said them blood stories was hot. They was. Key word was. Once you tell the story, it's over with. Then it didn't help what happened with Wildcat and Killer Kev and these different brothers and shit. Like, it just looked bad. It just went bad. You know what I'm saying? You are telling the truth. No one cares if they're right or wrong when they speak. It's infatuation with feeling important. Got it. He says, sadly, Chicago drill stories is the new wave. FBG Butters everywhere now. Nah, they just burning him out. The War in Chirac, that type of content, that shit been out. He's just, you know, they got them niggas who killed Duck, they got convicted or whatever and shit like that whole case. So it brought it back to life a little bit, but they killed each other off. The whole drill culture in every city basically killed each other off. Ain't that a bitch? Boom, 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 boom. Make sure y'all go to the website and get knitted, yo. Got a little colorway. This is gonna be dope. This is gonna be a Rollo and shit. This is gonna be Rollo. For y'all who, you know, y'all fans of the Rollo, I'm gonna start putting out a lot more of them and shit. Hello from Albania. Make sure you subscribe to Albania. Do you wear knittage in Albania? What do you think about Quilly on Act? It's gonna be a comedy show. When is that New York City basketball legend Future interview? You must be following me on IG. Future wants to be heard. He didn't like some of the things that was said. I think a few of them guys didn't like things that was said by Booger Smith. my interview with Bug and shit. Shout out to Bug. Shout out to all of the ball players from the city. I'm going to continue to put out dope content, man, because that shit interests me 100%. They need to put The White Man's World in the curriculum by Tupac. The internet solves crimes for police. I believe there's a heavy police presence online. We know that to be the truth, just, you know, from the Young Thug case and shit like that. On the brink of anarchy and humanitarian crisis, I suggest you, whoever you love, just protect them from the internet, because this shit toxic and dangerous. It is. It's way more perversion on here than information and shit. What do y'all listen to? What do y'all watch? When y'all tune in, what do y'all watch? We all know that once you done watched a couple of them toxic ass videos, that more of the toxic shit start being in your suggested videos. Like YouTube get an idea of your IQ. YouTube picks up on your IQ. Oh, we got an ignorant nigga here. Let's send him more of this. Let's send him more of this. Give him more of this. You know what I'm saying? You got to snap out of that. It's an algorithm. All these old bloods on YouTube are sad. I don't see them anymore. Not the ones from the East Coast. I don't see them anymore. Not like that. My man said, I don't understand anything you're saying, but I hope you understand me. I'm going to study English to learn. Great idea. So you come over here and get this work. Straight up. Universal appeal. I got people from foreign countries in here. Facts. I can't lie. My algorithm from 10 years ago is slowly going away. Do you love baseball or basketball? Ebony, I'm the dribble god. Basketball is my first love, I believe. Everybody here knows this. You gotta super chat that. The whatever your name is, dude, super chat that. I can't read that. See, I'm on here squinting and shit. This dude, Tony Shaw, is bugging. That's the sticks. That's the sticks out there where you was at. He said, yeah, they had Corey King on camera telling. B.O., Killer Kev, Wildcat, Mel Cross, Corey King, Monster Cody, Scheme Team, all them niggas cooked. He said, we must admit the culture as a whole is damaging and demeaning. Just protect yourself. Be careful what you take in, because it's probably going to be reflected in your actions and your character and shit like that. For real. Mr. King, super chatted. Make sure y'all go to the website and get knitted, therealdribble.com. I'm about to get up out of here. It's time for me to break my fast and shit. Shout out to everybody who is fasting. And go get you an autographed copy from the website, therealdribble.com, man. If you like legitimate journalism, if you like to read, if you like the dopeness, fuck with this. Straight up, it's fire. It took me 3 years to write it. Not only that, I had to live through that shit. Got it? He said all the East Coast Bloods on Clubhouse now arguing who you got in the NCAA tournament. I like the girls right now. I'm following the girls. The girls seem to be more entertaining right now. The girls seem to be more entertaining right now. LSU, South Carolina, you know, we tuned in. Anyway, I got to get up out of here. He said, bring B McFly back on. If he get back on here, he better have a knit on. Go to the website and get you one. I'm up out of here, man. Y'all have a great evening. Peace.